feminine, let's go ahead and jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are the spirit has here for you on today. You're really not playing right now. We have side hustle and booked busy. All right, you are booked and busy, grinding, getting it done. All right, leveling up. It's all about the man or the woman in the mirror. You versus you. All right, let's see what messages come out here right now for our feminines. What do they need to know? All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for feminine. What do they need to know? We have glow up. Very first card out. Yes, ma'am. All right, it says self-improvement, finding your confidence, personal transformation, better than ever. So you're feeling good right now. All right, again, the man or woman in the mirror. You versus you. Okay. Yep, look, mirror, mirror. Can't make it up. It says facing yourself and others. Reflective relationship, self-awareness. What you see is you. All right. So you said, I'm noticing there are some things being reflected back to me that I don't like. Instead of me pointing the finger, this is what other people do now, right? People that are stuck and trapped in certain energy, they automatically point the finger. You said, nah, it's me. Right? Because if I'm attracting certain things or if I'm allowing certain things, that is a me thing. That is not a them thing, right? You may be someone, again, very self-aware, which means you have control of yourself. You have power over yourself. So in the event that something or someone tries to have control or power over you, it doesn't work. Because it's always about the man or the woman in the mirror with you. Okay. I'm also getting with mirror, mirror, mirror soul, you know, twin flame, things like that. That's what comes up right now, right? Underlying energy here. Yep. Soul contracts. There you go. Faded connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements, destined to meet. All right. So somebody that you are meant to meet. You teach one another a lot about yourselves. All right. Both of you. Both of you. Okay, I feel like with this relationship, this person has, they're being guided to face what's within, but perhaps only one of you is actually doing that. 222 on a timestamp. We have friend zone and we have past life. All right, so because you're doing the work, all right, perhaps you just put this person in this energy of, all right, this is a friend, you know. Even if you know this is your twin soul or this is somebody you feel like you have a certain soul contract with, you're putting them in this friend zone. Okay. It says platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me. And we have past life, previous connections, unexplained familiarity, soul memories. I've known you before. Yep. Yep. Okay, let's see for our feminines. I feel like, yeah, somebody could have caused themselves putting you in the friend zone too at one point in time because they weren't seeing within themselves what you were reflecting back. You know, like it's something about that. Like right here, it says facing yourself and others. Perhaps when you saw them, you were like, okay, I got some stuff to do. You did the work. You were ready to face yourself. They weren't. Okay. So again, I feel like they ran from something or they rejected something, but it was really redirection for you. You said, okay, not a problem. Now that you're doing the work and the person comes back, it's like, you know, tables have turned here. So I feel like that's why the payback energy is here. Okay. So it's exactly what we said. You put this person in the friend zone now, but perhaps they initially put you there. Then tried to hop out it. Child. It says important choices, life-changing decisions, choose wisely. Your next step matters. All right. So person is definitely coming back, it seems. Okay, they may also do something because, you know, just put yourself whichever way it goes. Whoever did it first, okay, is going to have it done to them. Fake flex, yeah. So it's like, while one of you is really doing the work and really glowing up and really, you know, facing themselves and doing all that self-improvement stuff, this person, on the other hand, the other one is faking it. They're flexing. They're pretending that everything is good. All right. It says showing off borrowed luxury. How are you showing off something that's borrowed? Unless you have fully paid it off and own it, you don't own it. It's borrowed. Okay. So it could be something like that going on, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, do what you do, how you do it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like it's the flexing aspect of things that I'm getting, or, you know, something like that. But you were a safe space for this person. They never had that before. They never felt like they could take their mask off, be real, be true, be raw until you. But they're still running from themselves. So I mean, okay. I feel like you're just focused on leveling up for real, making money moves for real, while they're over here faking and flexing. All right. So this is why Spirit said you have to choose wisely. You want to go in this direction of this person that hasn't really done the work for real? Yeah, I feel like you're booked and busy. Even if they wanted to come back, it's like you have so many other things going on right now. You know, they would have to set an appointment with you kind of thing. If they want to talk, it's like, set an appointment. Okay. Ciao. Productivity high, full schedule, no time to waste, success on a calendar. You're like, I have no time to waste on other things. I deserve a space that I feel safe in, and perhaps with this person you don't feel that way. They're fake with themselves. How are they going to be real with you? Okay. It doesn't make any sense. Feminine. Thank you, Spirit. Yep, side hustle. I'm talking about grinding. Grinding. And this person comes in love bombing. Child. They want to show you a whole bunch of intense affection. Excessive attention out of nowhere. They're laying on the charm. Very thick. It says overwhelming charm. Hidden control. I just said you have a high level of self-awareness. So in the event that anybody tries to control you or take your power away, it doesn't work. Because all your power is with you. You know who you are. Multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security, always on my grind. Always on your grind. Again, productivity is high. Okay, so it's not like you're just out here being busy and not doing nothing. No, you're productive. Okay, so we have secret admirer. This is the second one. Okay, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. Yeah, see, it's like they put you in the friend zone because they weren't ready to do the work within themselves. The person is now seeing you've had this glow up. They're like, oh my gosh, oh, look at you. You know, it's that kind of energy, because I feel like with them, it's very shallow, very superficial type of thing. You know, they're not realizing that, oh, you look good on the outside because of the work that you've done on the inside. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're glowing outside because of whatever intrinsic peace you've discovered, not because of something in this world. You get what I'm saying? And so this person with these materialistic things trying to impress you is probably like doing the complete opposite. You're like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's just showing me that you're still trapped in that way of thinking. Because you over here like, yeah, look at me flashing the bands, and that's great. I'm happy you have that. Good for you. Way to go. You can pay your bills, take care of all your responsibilities. That's what's up. Adulting. Do your thing. Right? But it's not impressive. Like I just said, an adult doing adult things. Like, good job. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Right? You know, the real impressive thing here would have been if you were really doing the soul level work. Okay? So, yeah, what goes around comes around. That's what it is. Time to settle accounts. This person, you know, they flexed on you. Okay? And now they're sitting here admiring you and perhaps not saying anything because they know that, hey, what goes around comes around. Everybody knows that. We've all heard it before. You don't have to believe it to have heard it before. You understand what I'm telling you? And that's the thing. It's one of those things that even if you say you don't believe it, you do. You do. You know what goes around comes around. Nobody want to hear that. You understand how it works. You know, it's called boomerang for a reason. You understand very well. All right, we have closure. Yeah, I feel like you have closure here in this situation. Because here's the thing. With friend zone, perhaps you were like, you know, this is my mirror soul. I'm willing to be friends at the very least. But then you're at this crossroad because it's your mirror soul. I want to be around. I want to have them around. But if they're going to be fake flexing on me all the time just to make it seem like they're on my level or they're doing something that they're not doing to try to impress me because they feel intimidated by the work I've actually done on myself, then I can't be around this person. Okay, that's not it. All right, so you had to make a decision to just close it out or end it or something. All right, that's where you're at right now. And this person, yeah, they don't know how to handle it. But your focus is on ascension, spiritual growth, higher awareness. See, self-awareness, higher awareness. So you are aware of your higher self. You are one with your higher self. All right, y'all know how blue is. Like we're putting all the pieces together. You have knowledge of self. All right. And with having this knowledge of self, it's like You have full facts, full information on self. You've gained whatever necessary experience in order to gain the necessary wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like you've had whatever, and I say gain because yes, I feel like whatever you go through is for you. It's not something happening to you, right? So it's still a gain. It's all about perception. So you gain the experience in order to gain the wisdom, right? It's all about how you look at it in order to understand what I'm saying. If you understand, you understand. But see, CEO energy is like you bossed up all the way around. But it's because abundance is a reflection of what's going on inside. So again, we could fake flex. It's not to say like a person can't do nothing, can't have nothing. Yeah, they can do all that. They can have all that, but it's fake because it can always be going. But when you have this level of self-awareness, it's something that continues. It's, you know, it's like a flow that's infinite. So I pray that makes sense. Okay. One of them is going, here today, going the next. The other one is something that's infinite for life. All right, we have poker face. I feel like this person doesn't know how you feel. But this is the energy that you're in. You're like, the door is closed. Letting go, ending chapters, emotional release, finally free. The door is closed. Ascension, poker face. Yep, they came out again. Okay. Swipe right. Could be someone new in the energy coming through, feminine. Safe space, red flags. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, you could have met this person online. And it was just like they instantly felt safe with you. Like they could talk to you, this and that, tell you all their truths and, you know, inner secrets and all that stuff. But it's because you're divine feminine. Right? You're divine feminine. So you provide that healing space, that healing energy. But they came with all these red flags. It says warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble. You knew better. Yeah, you did. All right. But again, there was a soul contract. It's a soul contract. Like you could see straight through this person. All right. When you have a certain level of self-awareness, of course you can see others clearly as well. Even when they can't see themselves. They ain't got nothing to do with you and what you can see. Okay. Let's be clear on that. All right, so yeah, two-faced, exactly. You saw this person for exactly who they are. You could even say something to them like that. Word for word, the way I'm hearing it is. Like, well, if people were to see you, would they think or feel that you are who and how you are? And they probably responded like, no. Because this is what the world sees. So what's underneath it is this red, angry, hurt, sad, you know what I'm saying, person that's been through it all. But they hide behind whatever this borrowed luxury is. Rich on Instagram, broke in real life. It's not impressive. Because what's up with that spirit? That's the real richness. That's the true riches, right? If your spirit's broke, if your mentality is broke, what can I do with that? Okay, it's not interesting. Right? Not interesting at all, beloved. Let's see. Cuffing season. Yeah, they're going to come back around because something that was temporary isn't working behind the mask. You're still here. Status upgrade, focus on leveling up. Hidden emotions, again, hiding affection emotions that they feel. They're hiding it. Lessons learned. Yeah, like again, you gained the experience, you gained the wisdom. It says wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. You see that? I'm wiser now. Recharge. All right. So you may have disconnected from this person altogether. They said something to you without thinking about what they were saying because we have no filter here with this microphone. A mic check 1 2 1 2. No, so they didn't think about what they were saying. Now here's the thing. It says this is really how I feel because I've been told plenty of times I don't have a filter. Right? Remember when I was younger, somebody used to say, Kianti, get a filter. I'm like, no. And we would laugh about it, right? It's this guy I went to high school with. He never really talked to me in person. But obviously, he knew who I was and he paid attention. So he would like hit me up on social media and make those type of comments like, you know, get a filter. I'm like, no. And we would laugh about it because like, child, no. Okay? Like, this is just who I am. Now, granted, at times, you know, certain things don't need to be said. So guard your mouth. You get what I'm saying? Mind your words, right? It's like spirit. All right. But it comes with maturity. It comes with wisdom. So again, this person showed you some immaturity. They showed you in what way they are not wise because they just let it fly off the handle. Notice I said when that time in my life was. I said high school. How old are we now? Exactly. So it's like, come on now. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's get it together. You need to think before you speak, okay? Think before you speak. So it says, speaking your truth, authentic communication, raw honesty. This is how I really feel. So if they said something to you that wasn't it, that's just no. That's really how they feel. All right? So it's no point in going backwards. It's like they feel that way about you because they feel that way about themselves. Remember, mirror, mirror, right? It says facing yourself and others. So if they feel that way about you, it's a projection, remember, of how they feel about themselves. Okay? We have brand new. They might be saying it to you. Oh, you acting brand new. We have self-made. Some of you might really be, you know, doing big things here. Okay? As far as the moves you're making. Okay? If you have your own business or businesses, I'm getting something about location, like physical locations. You're really making moves here. You don't have the time to go backwards, to be distracted, to try to keep up with somebody who doesn't really know what they got going on, solely because they feel like you're their safe space. You know, that's nice, right? But you've had some sort of closure here. All right, unbothered, yeah. Because they wanted to treat it like this. Child, this person probably have a whole person here with them. It's somebody in the background that's probably trying to put you in the friend zone. Coven season, see, it's not working. All right. It says peace despite chaos, calm attitude, detachment from negativity, not my drama. All right. You like, they over there fake flexing with old girl or old boy. Let them fake flex with that person. They can fake flex together. Yeah, toxic love. You said they can fake flex together. I'm okay. Oh my gosh. So a lot of orange around you. You really have this glow. It's not a joke. Let me show you these cards before I move on. And pick something else. Let me show you everything that's standing out to blue right now. Look at this glow around you. Look at that aura. Look at that energy around her. Alright, so you close the door and you still have peace. If anything, it's like now you get to protect your peace. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that orange around you. Nobody knows how you feel because you're not saying anything. You know, they can't read your face. Maybe at one point in time, this person was able to read your face. Another thing that comes with wisdom is in the Bible. You know, they even mention certain things about the way that your face will start looking over time as you become wiser. You know, not talking about looking older. They're talking about the wisdom that's in your face. It's a difference. If you know, you know. Okay. And then we have ascension. Okay. So look at that, all that orange, all that bright sacral chakra energy, that confident, bold, I know who I am, very empowered, sensual, you know, energy. Did I say confident? I feel like I did. Okay, but we can say it again. All right. I'm loving this for you. For real. Okay. Yeah, now this person had a wake-up call. Look, again, hustle mode, more orange and yellow. You know, it's like that's the energy that you're in. Staying focused on your grind, on your leveling up. Yep, you see this? They said something. They didn't think about what they were saying. They just said it. And yeah, that's cool. That's your truth? No, all right, cool. But stand on that truth. That's where you're coming from with that, with the boundaries. You say, if that's your truth, then stand on it. The truth could have been, all right, we just friends. I don't see you like that. You said, all right, stand on it. Person is not trying to stand on that, child. You say no and you mean it. It says saying no firmly, protecting your peace. I just said that. Setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. All right, because I feel like this person, they might have said, oh, friend, but they was doing a lot more than a friend does, or they kept trying to cross the line because it's the energy you have. And they truthfully admire you behind this mask, but perhaps they're afraid to say so because of their toxic lover and what their toxic lover would say or do with them. Now, mind you, the borrowed luxury could be money from the toxic lover. The lover could be someone that gives them a lot of money, buys them a lot of chains and clothes and all this other stuff. Because look at this person. They look... Oh, Lord. I mean, if that's your thing, you know, sure, we all have our thing. But yeah, we got a clout chaser as to underline it. Okay, exactly. It says doing anything for attention, fame hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. All right, anything even means being with someone just because they take care of me. Okay. Let's get into it. I feel like we're already into it. I'll be honest with you. I feel like that was a whole reading in itself, beloved. Be real. Be real. Yeah. So you distance yourself from this person. Could be a fire sign for some of you. Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. All right, we have the devil. Sheesh. You see what I'm saying? Ciao, good night. It's like they love you and they obsess about you too. Top it off. They obsess about you in secret. The Page of Wands. There's a message coming from this person. All right. Eight of Swords, because they can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, it's a message of love coming from this person. They may send it in, like I said, a secret form. They may say something, but not as themselves. Okay. They want to try to continue to fake flex. Yes. Putting you in the friend zone was their biggest mistake. Look at this Three of Swords. Child, who did that? Why they do that? Who did that? Why they do that? Five of Wands. Child, good night. That's the conflict, the chaos, the drama that you're steering clear of. If you were at that crossroad, you said, I can go towards the Five of Wands, or I can go towards the Ten of Pentacles. You know, I can go towards the Five of Wands or the Five of Pentacles. I can go towards the Ten of Wands or the Ten of Pentacles, the Star card. But I feel guided towards that Ten of Pentacles. So I'm going to go that way, right? Page of Pentacles, again, back to new businesses, new locations, things like that. A lot of you are having meetings, maybe discussing things, discussing plans. All right. You set boundaries with this person and you are serious about it. You're not playing. All right, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody that's in that playboy energy, player. The Sun card. Okay, definitely fire sign energy coming through. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, they love you. But you're like, that's cool. You know, book an appointment. The Tower. Sheesh, this is a shock to them that you're behaving like this. Again, with that brand new. They feel like you acting brand new. I don't think so. I think they just didn't know this side of you existed. You never had to show it to them or something. Yeah, Queen of Wands. She's in grind mode. What? You know? She is hustling, grinding, doing her. All right, she's holding up that sunflower. You know the thing about the sunflowers? I just used this example in one of my most recent readings too. Okay, think about the sunflower is, you know, it turns towards the sun, right? But in the event that the sun is not out, the sunflowers turn towards one another. I feel like you and this person are one another's sunflowers, or at one point you were, you know, but this person is not taking the action that you feel is necessary in order for them to really do the work on self. Again, so you've walked away. You know what you want to manifest. You know what you desire, and those things are coming in. So why should your blessings be blocked because of association? Okay. So also a person that loves you would be mindful of how they're speaking to you. This person needs to work on some things. Clearly, we got the Wheel of Fortune. All right. They feel like this is a fated connection. They want to work on this. But you can't work on this if you ain't work on you. All right. Nine of Pentacles. So you're like, I'm good. All the work that I've been putting into myself, I see it paying off. The 8, the 9, the 10. It's all paying off. I'm not going backwards. All right. Yeah, I'm not going backwards. Ten of Swords is an ending. And it might be an abrupt ending. Just like how a door closes abruptly. It doesn't take forever for a door to close. When you walk out of your house, you take your body out, you turn around, you say, it's very abrupt. So like that's how it was. Once you decided that you were leaving out of the situation, you left out of the door, you closed the door, you locked it. There was no second guessing as to if, you know, this is what you were doing or not. And with the Four of Pentacles, this person is doing everything in their power to try to hold on to you. And here's the thing about that. When I say everything in their power, I don't mean everything in their literal power. I mean they're fake flexing. So if that's everything in their power, another reason why you're not impressed with it. You know, maybe that's what works for other people. You know, like they're posting things to try to grab your attention, but they're grabbing everybody else's attention except for yours. You're still not responding to them. We have on red, you know, so that could mean also that you see it. You know, nowadays on social media, if a person posts a story, you might view the story. They can see that you viewed the story, but you don't comment, you don't like, you don't like, say nothing. I mean, just because I see it, shit, maybe I ain't even mean to click it for real. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's the energy that's here. And for those of you who the person is texting you and calling you, you're just not responding. It says ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Maybe they're busy. Well, we already see you are busy, right? Like they messed this up. And after the fact realized, wait a minute. Yeah, past life. See, clickbait. They only posted something to try to get your attention. You know that already. Okay. So you're like, You know, or whatever they're doing, you may not even notice it. So just take it whichever way it resonates. They might be trying to get a reaction out of you. You're not giving them one. The people that they're used to dating, they do that. You know, they go above and beyond, and they argue, and they, hey, what you doing? Where you at? You posted this. Nah, you don't give a darn. You said if that's what this person want to do, that's what they want to do. Again, with the immaturity. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords, exactly. You said, who is doing all that? Okay. So when we talked about poker face, Queen of Swords is very serious. All right, look at her face. It's very straight. Okay. They don't know now. They don't know nothing. All right. Two of Swords is, even if I see something in front of me, I don't see it. I'm moving forward. All right. You know how I take that? I could take that as you see that a person loves you, cares about you, whatever. But because they did whatever they did, and you move with integrity, and because they refuse to do the work on themselves and try to go about getting your attention in crazy ways, it's like you just move it on, you know? Seven of Wands, they may try to come in and fight for the connection in some way, but Five of Pentacles, you've already blocked them out. All right, we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is the future, what's to come. All right, the Eight of Swords, stuck on this person's mind. All right, so Temperance is here. This is forgiveness. They're praying that you can forgive them. They see that you're moving forward, moving on. If that's just what it is, that's what it is. They have to accept it. But they're praying that you could at least forgive them. All right, what is this? All right, we have the Moon. Yeah, not everything is as it appears to be. So I feel like if on the surface it's like, oh yeah, look at us, we great. No, they're really not. And of course, you know that already. We mentioned it. All right, they really want to reconcile with their divine counterpart, their mirror soul. But, okay, so out here, about you focusing on you and moving forward and choosing to do things different now. All right, the Hanged One. Yeah, 1001 on the timestamp, mirror soul energy. They're still caught up on you, still thinking about you a lot. All right, this Devil feels like obsession. For real, we had the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like as you focused on whatever you're focused on to build up this Ten of Pentacles, they're still thinking about you like this, still focused on you like this. All right, Three of Swords, Two of Cups. Yeah, because they realize what this is for real. All right, I put this in a friend zone. Perhaps I should not have done that, or maybe I should not have treated this person this way. We have the Ten of Swords, the Hermit. I'm getting mixed signals too, you know? So you just ended it, closed out the situation. That's it. That's over the closure energy. And let's see, the Moon. Two of Swords. Yep, it's like I don't see nothing. Even if I see it. Nine of Swords. Page of Swords. They're watching you. Eye is certainly on you. Everything you're doing. The Hanged One is here. King of Pentacles. All right, so they're definitely thinking about you a lot. Okay, this person may be someone that's used to getting their way or used to getting what or whoever they want. So they're not going to give up. They're going to keep trying because they feel like they want you for themselves. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, for our feminines. Thank you, spirits. Let's see. All right, for our feminines. Whoa. All right, it says improvement. In life, there is always room for improvement. Today, take a moment to see what you can be doing better. All right. Transforming, evolving. It's so beautiful. Look at it. Wow. Okay. Thank you, spirits. A lot of cards trying to come out. Whoa. We have delay. All right. A delay is never a denial. Sometimes it's just not the right time. All right. So perhaps another day, another time. Humility. Life has a funny way of teaching us humility. However, the greatest lesson to learn from our tests and trials is not to be bitter, but to be greater. Exactly. Look at the owl's face. The owl represents innate wisdom. That's what I was talking about. As you gain certain wisdom, your face just looks a certain way. It's not about looking older. We're not talking about looking old. You know what I'm talking about? We're talking about looking wise. Like, it shows on your face. If you know, you know. All right. And we have regret. Oh, person is in regret here, child. It says we all have regret about something in life. The lesson to learn, is not to dwell on it. All right. So don't dwell on it. It's like they're going through a dark night of the soul right here, right now. In this moment, it's very necessary. Okay, something they were trying to avoid. But in the meantime, between time, it's like you're focused on leveling up, and you shall keep doing that, you know. It says, during your dark night of the soul, it may seem that all is lost and that you may not make it through. Rise from the ashes and choose to be better, not bitter. Yeah. See, this person has some sort of anger or something going on. They really got to work through that, for real. Learn how to process their emotions. All right, I feel like they're a hothead. Okay? Yeah, it's a hot-headed masculine that's in love with you. It's like they just need to learn how to truthfully calm down. The real way, not the fake way. Okay? So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Information as to how you can book personal readings with me, purchase any of my books, or get any of the merchandise can be found in the description box beneath this video. I'm also going to tag a couple of my products over from my website directly on the video. So all you will have to do is click on those products. Peace and hair grease.